How would you describe your excitement level right now? Just
say it again.
How would you describe your excitement level right now? Fans being back in the stadium, kind of a normal season again.
I mean, for me, I'm just trying to keep a level head. You know, having your family back out there, having all the friends and everybody get to come in and kind of enjoy it. I mean, that's the joy of football. That's why we play.
Fall camp, just the takeaways of how prepared are you and how prepared is this team?
I think it's become a lot more mental. We got a lot of talent. We got a lot of guys that want to fly around. But, you know, coming in late in the fall camp, we've been able to really lock in and focus on, you know, the different schemes and the different things we're going to face.
Fresno State puts up 45 points against anybody. It's pretty impressive. What kind of stands out when you watch this team on film?
They're a great team. They got a lot of playmakers. There goes a lot of linear and side-to-side runs, so you know there're going to be a lot of things to watch out for. They try to catch you with different movements in your eyes, and you got to make sure you really lock in on your keys and assignments. But overall, they have a great team. I feel like it's going to be a good matchup.
Good to have a game for you where not just obviously they can throw, but against a running back who is as prolific as him and showing that run-stopping ability off the edge as well.
Yeah, I feel like stopping the run is, going into any game, stopping the run is the main point. But this game is going to be a big test for us to really show how far we've came and from last year this year.
What's it been like watching these competition battles go on throughout fall camp between your teammates?
It's been great. Competition really breeds the best players, and if you don't have competition, you don't have a good team. So just seeing people want to get better and people fighting for those spots, it really makes it fun.
Kayvon won that starting job at nose tackle, or defensive tackle, excuse me. What did you see from him this year?
Kayvon. Yeah, Kayvon has had a big development. Last year, a couple years ago, not last year, but as a freshman, he was on the scout team, and he's a guy who really used that to his advantage to get better and to really grow. So to see him kind of step into his place and really find his role on his team is amazing.
You played with Popo too, and just his time, it's here now. He's waited behind Jordan. Just what's it like going to be for him?
Him just growing his confidence. Seeing from last year to this year, him playing with a lot more confidence, a lot more physicality, and a lot more just dominance on the field.
I jumped in a little late, but Braden told us a couple weeks ago that you and him had done a lot of work in the offseason. He kind of viewed you as a mentor in that way and helping refine the technique in his pass rush. What were you kind of doing with him, and what was that like, kind of taking on a bit of a mentorship role in that way?
Just growing. We have a lot of young guys in our room, and it's been a really quick turnover just from me being a young guy to an older guy. So just kind of trying to relay that information that I have just on the ins and out of football, just as far as like, the finer things, the reading between the lines of the game and how to, use it to your advantage.
How's the balance between just getting ready for the season and then dealing with all the NIL stuff kind of been for you?
Well, for me, it's really helped me prioritize, what matters. For a lot of college guys, you got to remember that, the main thing is the main thing, and playing football is the main thing right now. So not only just focusing on football, but then realizing that, there's not really much time for leisure and for fun. You got to really focus, and if you use this time right, you can really set yourself up for the future.
When you're looking just kind of a strategy of what it looks like you're trying to do with these deals, like a lot of guys are doing smaller local companies. I mean, you're with blue chip multinationals, with United and working with Tinker Happel. I mean, is that a strategy that you're trying to do? Is working with some of those bigger name brands as you set yourself up for the future? I
feel like that's something that, a person in my position is able to do, and not only am I able to do it, but I really hone in on it so that, your brand is everything. If Nike was wide open and they just did a lot of stuff, and, it would kind of dilute the essence of the brand. So for me, I kind of want to, put that out there that I'm very tight-knit on, my strategy and how I want to do things. So just kind of putting that into the business side has been pretty fun.
It's been about 2 years since we've gotten September football at Autzen Stadium. I mean, is there some anticipation from you guys to be out here, some normalcy again, and get back on the schedule at a time where you guys are more accustomed to?
Now it's just gonna, it's really a test of how, the people who haven't played in front of a crowd, how they handle it. Because a lot of guys have done it before, but this is gonna be the first time a lot of our team has played in a big crowd in the stands. So, just being out there with them is going to be fun.
What have you done to kind of get some of those younger guys ready? I mean, can you even do anything mentally to simulate that and say, this is what it's going to be like when you get out there and there's 55,000 fans?
Coach Cristobal creates a lot of adverse situations, getting us tired, having a real background noise, the white noise in the back, just making it real loud and making it real hectic so that, when the fire gets hot, we'll be able to fight through adversity and, come back, in the time being.
first game with Coach Ruder as defensive coordinator. You had him in the spring. You've had him in scrimmages. How comfortable do you feel with him? Calling the plays.
I feel like his play call is really strategic and it's really smart. He doesn't really get too nervous and he really has a plan for everything. So just being able to see how that works into a game and letting us go out there and play free, I feel like it's to our advantage.
What excites you about this team? Like, we haven't seen you practice in a while. Fans haven't seen you play in a while. What are you excited that people to see on Saturday?
Growing up being a kid, Oregon has always been a really fast and physical team. So now, not only us being even faster and even as physical or more, we have a lot of talent on defense and offense to really rev up that ability. So, just sticking to the fundamentals and the ins and outs of the game is going to help us carry our talent to the next level.
You're a really studious guy. I mean, Coach DeRuiter, that's kind of been his calling card over the course of his career, is kind of mad scientist-y in terms of how he operates as a defense and his ability to distill some of those terms down really well as an educator. I mean, does that jive with kind of how you like to learn and how you kind of look at your role as a defensive mentor?
I feel like the best teachers know how to teach anyone. And I say that to say that Coach DeRuiter has done a great job with not only making it simpler for some and then also teaching the ones who can get it and get it faster, like the whole defense. He's done a great job with me personally, just showing me the back end and the front end and how they work together so that, when in doubt, I'll know what the man next to me is doing, I know what the man behind me is doing so that, it works cohesively.
What are your expectations for yourself this season?
Right now, I don't really have any expectations. We just got to go 1-0 this week, get better every day, and really try to be that leader when the fire gets hot, being able to lead my team back from and through any adversity that faces us.
All right, thanks, KT.
Thanks, KT.
Thank you.